Hi guys, welcome to the LiveTutelage. In this session, we'll be discussing something called private and public and protected access modifiers. Okay, private, public and protected access modifiers. Okay, now for that, first let me create a class. So just right click on your source and go to the new, create a class. So this class is something like a test class for my access specifier, and I'll say finish, or you can just give for our understanding. I can just create an employee class, right? An employee example, and I'll just say finish. Now this is an employee class. A simple class is being created. And here I have two variables, which is employee number, right? And I have string, which is employee name, right? So this is my class, which have only two variables, employee number and employee name. Now assuming that, and I'm going to create another class within the same package. So for example, this is my source. You can observe this is a source code. While this is created, once you have created your project, so automatically this src folder will be created, and here you can find this is a default package, right? If you want, you can just you can just delete it, and if you want, you can just create another kind of package, right? Or if you want, you can create a classes in this package itself. The name of the package is a default package, since I have not created any user defined package. If you want to create it, just right click on the source, go to the new, here you have package. So you can create the package, and under package again you can create a classes. Okay, now since we have not learned of packages, let it be the default package. Now whatever the programs that I have created, that will be in the same package. That is called the same package, which is the name of the package is default package. You can see the file of example employee, right? Employee example.java, and this is we have created from our previous session. Okay, now I'm going to create one more class which have the main class, main method. If you observe this, here I don't have any main method here because I just have created a simple class. Now let me create under the source, go to the new and go to class, and this is my main class of my employee. Okay, this is employee main class, and here I'm going to add my public static void main and say finish. Now this is my employee main class, and this is my employee example class. You can observe both are in the same package, right? Now here, if you observe this employee example class, I have declared two variables, right? Integer employee number and string, right? Now, for example, if I want to use these two variables in my main method, in my main class, I want to use, because the variables are defined in this class and I want to use this in this particular class. Okay, so for that you have one type of access specifier. If you don't want to use, or if you are trying to use into the main method, I want to protect this, for that you have another kind of access modifier. So we are talking about access modifiers in Java, right? We have three access modifiers. One is public, which is public to all. That means to all classes or the main class, and of course to the world, But when I say public, when I say private, the second class is private. When I say private, it is here public means public to all, means all classes, and of course within the package, all the classes and the package, That means, for example, if I have two packages like default package 1 and default package 2, default package 3. So when I say public, I can use everything in all packages. Now private means I can use in same class and same class, just in same class. Okay. Private means I cannot use in elsewhere. I cannot use in elsewhere. Cannot use anywhere. The third access modifier is protected. Protected means I can use in same class as well as in subclass, which is a derived class from main class. Anyhow, we'll be discussing this when we are discussing of the inheritance property of the Java. So you will understand this nicely. Now we will discuss these two public and private access specifiers. Now for example, if you observe these two variables, this is integer and this is string, and I am just putting public keyword, right, public keyword in front of my two variables, right. Now in the main class, since this is a class, I can create an objects, right. I can access the class variables through an instance of a class which is an object, which we learned on the previous session. Now here I am going to create an object for my emp example, say for example EE, which is equal to new emp example. That means a new object is created for my class. Example employee. Now here when I try to access, see, you can find out here the name and number which you have created in this class. You have created these two. You could able to observe when you just press dot button. So I can assign the values here. So E number, for E number what you have given, dot, yes, E number, which is equal to some 1, and I can say E dot E name, which is equal to say some job, right. So I have assigned the values, and if I want to print it, I can even print it. So system dot out dot println, so EE dot E number as E name, right. So these two are the values that I have accessed from the class employee example. That means if I set public, I could able to get those values here. That means public is, I said public is public to all. So all classes within the package and main, all classes and within the package, and of course to the world. That means public means if I have a default package like 1 and I have another package, I have another package. So even I can access to the second package, I can access to the third package, I can even access the members, the classes in the any n number of packages. That is about public. So now let us run my program. What happens? Just say Java. Say okay. Now you can find, see, the 1 and John. These two are able to print in my main class, right? See, the number and name I have declared in this class, and I have assigned the values in this class, and I could able to print it. This is just because I have given the access modifier as public. Now let us see if this is a private. Private. This is private, and this is also private. Now let me run my main method. Just say, see, immediately an error exists. So what is the error? The error is, see, the field employee number, employee name is invisible for my main. For my main, these two are not recognized variables. If you want, you can just test it. So if I say EE dot, see, you cannot find the employee number and employee name here, right? You cannot find it. That is because the object itself is not recognized by the class. The object itself is not recognized by the class. Why? That is because we have given these two as a private variables. I hope you understand. So when I have declared the variables as a private, I can access only within this class, but I cannot access outside of my class, that is in the main. When I declare this as a public, when I say this as a public, right, when I say this is as a public, now see, I can access it in my main class. Now see here, if I say e dot, see, you can find only employee number here. Why? Because this is a public. You cannot find employee name here anywhere because that is a private. Okay, that is about the access modifiers of public and private. Very important. You can just note it down. Public is for to all, to the world. That means when I declare this as a public, not even in the main class, but outside of the package also I can access this. And when I say private, within the class I can access it. And when I say protected, see, when I say this as a protected, okay, protected, when I say this as a protected, and even here I can use it in my main class and even in my class and even the derived class. So for example, if I have declared one more class called employee example 2, and which is derived from this particular class. That is the concept of inheritance that we will learn from the next sessions. When we are discussing of the inheritance concept, you will understand it neatly, right? There you can use it, but not the world and but not the other classes even within the package. The other classes within the package, you cannot use your protected variables. You can use your protected variables only in your example class and only in the main class. If you have declared another class, like that n number of classes, you cannot use this kind of variables, this variable, since it is a protected. Only you can use, of course, the main class, the class and the subclass. Any class which is derived from this class, you can use it. That's all the access modifiers we usually use in Java. Thank you.